Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel as we're in the year 2007. Can't believe it. I still. 7 years of this save. It's been a blast the whole way as we have our second ever worldwide show. So we have Big Ben Rothwell taking on Fedor Emelianenko in the main event. We only have a couple of pieces of mail from what I remember. Yeah, only 5 pieces of Shinyaoki left Presta. Jay Aaron left Team Quest, Roy Nelson joined Hammer House, and then Jorge Masvidal left Minnesota Martial Arts Academy as Stephan Bonner left American Kickboxing Academy. So just a lot of people really leaving gyms, only one guy joining a gym. Not exciting stuff, but figured it's a bit of a tradition that we always look through the mail, so might as well keep it going even when it's something like that. Hopefully, whenever the rule changing kicks into effect, that'd be great. Still waiting. Still waiting. We'll see. Maybe it'll be this show. I doubt it. I'm sure it won't be till like Bushido Osaka 4, maybe even never. Oh well, it's no big deal. It's going on for the rest of the card. We have, obviously, main event, Big Ben Rothwell, Fedor Emelianenko, giving up at least 30 pounds as Fedor. Cristiano Macciello taking on Pat Healy. John Fitch taking on Pat Miletich. I like that. It kind of rhymed. As Benjy Radish, Jardine, Scott Heinz, Joakim Hansen, BJ Penn, Takanori Gomi. That should not be so far low on the card. That should have been the co-main. But that's okay. Hey, no big deal. No big deal. Hector Lombard, Dario Matsui, and then Kunyamoto taking on Paul Daley. So if I remember correctly here, I want to say, maybe this was supposed to be the main event. Maybe I had that penciled as the main event, but I just didn't change it in time. It's no big deal. It's fine. Let's just keep it going. As now we're gonna go through all the analytics stuff. Fedor main eventing a Pride event for the 4th time, first time for Big Ben Rothwell. As Big Ben's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both are world-ranked super heavyweights. As Fedor is 10th, Rothwell is 19th. First time they have fought, Rothwell's going to have a significant weight advantage, and Fedor is going to have the Blurcat stat pick 6-1 with Vic, the lone backer of Ben Rothwell. I mean, listen, that's smart money. Man's got 30 pounds on him. He's a bit of an animal in there. You never know what can happen. It's Cristiano Macciello taking on Pat Bam Bam Healy. Both the world-ranked welterweights. Macciello is 14th, Healy is 24th. Healy's won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision, as Macciello has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. 4-3 on the Blur Cat staff picks, as Macciello came up short in his debut. He's now 15-3, lost to Josh Thompson at Pride 32. Pat Healy also coming up short in his debut, 15-2, lost to Joe Hurley. So now we're looking to see which one of these two men can get a win in Pride FC. It's going to be a close one, though. Should be interesting to see how that one plays out. It's John Fitch taking on the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich. Fitch trains at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, which Miletich has an overall record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Miletich is the 8th ranked welterweight in Pride. Fitch is 15th. This is the first time they have fought. And John Fitch, Bloodcast stat picks have it 7-0. So yeah, I mean, John Fitch is a bit of a problem in there. Pat Miletich, not so much. Pat Miletich has kind of been on the losing ways, but he just beat Sean Pearson, though, which that was a big-time win, dude. Sean Pearson, no slouch in the welterweight division, but I think it's just, it's going to be tough. He's 38. John Fitch, youngest out, 28. He just beat Jake Shields. Very poor. I mean, he's had a couple of poor fights in his Pride FC career, but he's had one great one and a good one against Tetsuji Kato and Mike Quick-Swick. But he's, obviously his big way of winning is by rear naked choke, usually. Sometimes he'll get an armbar in there, as you see there. Well, I guess that's a loss, rather. I'm an idiot. It's losing by armbar to Carlos Newton. So our next contest, Razor Benjy Radish taking on the Dean of Mean Jardine. There's no analytics. It's the first time they've fought. Benjy Radish 5-2 on the Blurcast stat picks. Benjy Radish 2-1 Pride FC. I thought he was going to have a title fight here very, very soon, the way he was kind of going through the division. But then he lost to Lee Murray, and that kind of knocked out all of his momentum. As for the Dean of Mean, Jardine, another one. I felt like man, he's getting a lot of wins, and then he lost 3 straight. Lost to Ronaldo Sobral by split decision, lost to Tim Kennedy by split decision, 2 tough split decisions. Then he took on Rampage, and he got knocked out in the first minute. Or not the first minute, the first round. of the fight. But you know, it's still he can get if he can get a win. I mean, this is going to be a tough fight though for him. It's not like he's going to get an easy win here over Benjy. He's going to have to earn it. But he could desperately use a win. If he loses this one, I'm not going to send him down to rings because one, two of them are split decision losses. So I feel like that's a little unjust. I feel like he could use a mulligan or two. But you know, we'll see what happens here with Benjy Radish, and then Scott Heinz taking on Hellboy, Jacky Hansen, as Scott Heinz 13th in the lightweight division in Pride FC. Hansen is 17th. Jacky has the Blurcast staff advantage 5-2, as he had Jacky Hansen 1-1. Pride FC won in his debut, lost to Sato at Pride 31's Unbreakable. And he also lost to Juan Baraga before he left UFC at UFC 69. Scott Heinz is at 1-2. He lost to Katsuya Inoue in his debut, beat Sean Shirk, and then lost to Carl Uno by a decision. Another guy has been involved in a couple of split decisions, as he lost one, but he won one against Sean Shirk. Two decent and very poor. It's not going great for Scott. Maybe you can have an exciting fight with Jacky Hansen. Here's the Prodigy, BJ Penn, taking on the Fireball Kid, Takanori Gomi. Yeah, this should have been way the fuck up there, but that's alright. BJ Penn as the 7th ranked welterweight in the world, Takanori Gomi 13th. They both won 3 of the last 5 fights by decision, but BJ Penn having the Blurcast that pick 7-0. So yeah, BJ Penn suffering his first loss ever to Gilbert Melendez in his previous fight. It was 14-1. Losing his lightweight championship, and then Takanori Gomi is 4-1. He just lost his only loss also to Gilbert Melendez. So both men having their only loss coming from Gilbert Melendez just shows you how much of a savage he is. But I mean, this is a good opportunity to see who's going to be the next lightweight guy to take on Jens Pulver. Now that we have a new lightweight champion, Gilbert Melendez losing to him. We'll have to see how that goes. As our prelims, Hector Lombard taking on Dario Matsui. Dario Matsui has not won in 5 years. That is a long-ass time for him to not have a win. He's going to be one loss away, as he basically was out for all of 2003 with his hiatus. Comes back, gets knocked out by Chris Lieben in minute 20. Takes off all of 2005. Comes back in 2006, loses to Nobuhiro Obaya and Stefan Bonner. Loses here, which he probably will, to Hector Lombard. We're probably going to send him down the rings. As it's pretty much a layup for Hector Lombard. Finally making his debut. Had a couple of, or no, actually not his debut. I forgot his debut was against Nobuhiro Obaya. He did have some injury troubles to get to this point. Not fight history. I'm assuming that would be under news. Yeah, with his cracked pelvis. Took him out for a while. But now he's back, and he's healthy, and he's got his debut win. Looking to get another win here against Dario Matsui. As Kichi Kunyamoto taking on Paul Simtex Daley, as this is Kichi's debut in Pride FC. Paul Daley have a significant weight advantage. 6-1 on Blurcast stat picks, with Kunyamoto having one lone backer, and Tom B. Paul Daley with the other 6. Is minus 360 for Paul Daley, plus 280 for Kichi Kunyamoto. Osaka, Japan, Nottingham, England, who very, so far away, but they're both the same age. They are 1 inch differences. They're weighed in the same, hopefully. Mixed martial arts is Kichi Kunyamoto's style. Kickboxing, Paul Daley's style. Both guys with no team. Similar records, 2-0, 2-1. Simple little prelim fight. Let's see what happens. Yuji Shimada's our referee, our ringside judges. Daley looking significantly bigger than Kunyamoto as they prepare to fight, even though they weighed in the same. As the opening bell, Daley fails to find home his jab and scores a right cross that lands hard. Kunyamoto lands a weak tentative jab. Daley throws a 2-punch combo, but Kunyamoto avoids both of them. Kunyamoto looked like he was going to shoot, but Daley simply took the initiative as he lands the left jab but finds something in the air on the big right. Kunyamoto trying to shoot in on Daley, but Daley doing a great job by stopping that, keeping a hold of the leg, though, is Kunyamoto. Driving up against the ropes, trying to take him down. Again, blocking him, and he turns him around, so now Kunyamoto's the one with his back against the ropes. Trying to go for some dirty boxing, but Kunyamoto, aware of the danger, using some wrestling to prevent any damage from happening. Scores a few punches to the ribs there. Pins Kunyamoto up against the ropes, using dirty boxing to inflict some damage. Some more dirty boxing to inflict some damage as he tried it again, but He manages to turn Daley around, so now he's the one backed up against the ropes. As they're stuck there against the ropes for quite a while now, so Yuji Shimada bringing them back to the center. They stand and trade strikes, but neither can land a significant blow. There's a left jab and a nice straight right hand from Daley. Looked like he was angling for a takedown, but again, couldn't take the initiative. Fails to find home his jab, the scores of the right cross. Exchange of blows comes and goes without either fighter really landing anything significant. Kunyamoto again trying to shoot in on Daley, and again, Daley stopping that one. As he's unable to complete the takedown, Kunyamoto instead pushes Daley up against the ropes. As Kunyamoto ducks down and grabs a leg, Daley remains standing, using the ropes for support, but is under the threat of a takedown. Daley blocks the takedown by acting swiftly and pulling Kunyamoto back into a tight clinch against the ropes. With Daley stuck against the ropes, Kunyamoto tries to complete a takedown by going low and grabbing both legs. He can't get the takedown, no, as Daley wrestles his way into a dominant position. Halfway point in the round, Daley tries to use some dirty boxing, but Kunyamoto using his wrestling to prevent any skills from being, strikes from being landed. I don't know why I said skills. Kunyamoto goes for the ribs, then head punches, then the head with short punches. I'm all fucking flustered now. As Daley tries to use some dirty boxing skills, but Kunyamoto using his wrestling to prevent any skills from being, oh my god, I did it again, strikes from being launched. Kunyamoto scores a few punches to the ribs, smothering Kunyamoto against the ropes, using some dirty boxing to his advantage. Daley trying to dirty boxing him, but Kunyamoto out-wrestles him and switches them around so he is in dominant position. As with Daley stuck against the ropes, Kunyamoto trying to grab a takedown by going low and grabbing both legs. Again, Daley doing a great job stopping it. Some more dirty boxing. There's a nice short uppercut. As now he's preventing the dirty boxing as Kunyamoto with some wrestling skills. He's smothering him now. Some more dirty boxing. Finally, referee Yuji Shimada breaks it back up. Minute 12 left in the first round. Paul Daley's starting to breathe a little heavier now. A jab is wide, but then he hits Kunyamoto with a straight right, and there is a noticeable gash above the eye of Kunyamoto. Minute left. Daley looking for some more strikes. Misses the left hand exchange. Throws a 1-2. Does Daley, but Kunyamoto avoids both of them. Throws a punch, but Kunyamoto is equal to it. Takes a chance, shoots on Daley. As he can't get past the sprawl, and Daley, and he eats a hard knee strike too. Survives it. Doesn't get pushed down into a turtle position. But he does get turtle into a turtle position. It doesn't matter, though. It's the end of the round. Paul Daley is dominating this fight. Doing a great job. Landing a lot of powerful strikes. Outstriking him. Stuffing every takedown, too, which I was surprised of. I mean, it's just a great job. Great job by Paul Daley. Gutman trying to stop the bleeding from Kunyamoto. Yep, and they still haven't fixed it. As Daley can't connect with a step strike, so he lands a right cross that lands hard. There's a quick punch, rather. Doesn't land it. Takes a chance, grabs Daley into a clinch, trying to wrestle him against the ropes. Can't do it, though. Daley defends it well. As Daley now trying to wrestle Kunyamoto to the ground. He can't do that. Trying for it again. Again, it's unsuccessful. It doesn't look like Paul Daley doesn't have much in the tank now. Ends up being out-wrestled. Does Kunyamoto. Let's see. Kunyamoto using a nice knee strike from the grapple. Catches Daley to the side of the stomach. Trying to push Daley so his back is against the ropes. Ends up back against the ropes, looking to sweep a leg in order to sharp trip. An excellent outside leg trip sweeps Daley sweep down to the ground, where he's left pulling on his back, pulling guard. Fires away with punches, but Daley doesn't take any undue damage. Leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings. Does Kunyamoto fires off a few punches, tries to catch Kunyamoto with a punch. It's off target though. A few relatively weak-looking right hands. Tries to pull Kunyamoto in close, peppering on short strikes. Can't do it. Minute left. In guard, Kunyamoto begins working the pass to side control. Kunyamoto is too much for Daley, passing guard and gaining side control. As, I believe that's it, side control. Yep, alright. As fires with the rights, does a little in the way of damage. Blocks Daley's, tries to transition the guard. That's the end of the round. That's a great job by Kunyamoto to win that round, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Still believe that Paul Daley won that one. Yep, he did it. It was rated good. Yeah, it was a hell of a prelim fight. As now 3-1, Paul Daley 2-1 is Kichi Kunyamoto. As Paul Daley thanks all of his sponsors and all of his fans, he's asked who he'd like to fight next. He answers that he still wants Dong Yoon Kim, and he says I'm not going anywhere. I'll keep asking until he faces me or quits. That's quite the response. As let's see, the last prelim fight. I don't know. I keep on getting texts. I keep on reading them instead. Who cares about those texts? As the last prelim fight, Hector Lombard faces Dario Matsui. Prime middleweight division. As I want to know, Hector Lombard 7-9-2. Dario Matsui, Yokohama, Japan. Sydney, Australia. Judo, catch wrestling for Dario Matsui. Both guys no team. Minus 650 for Hector Lombard. 5'10 for Dario Matsui. As 34 years old. They're 27 years old. Both 5'9. Both Let's hopefully wait in at 209. Referee Yuji Shimada, ringside judges, opening bell, they touch gloves. Hector Lombard coming in looking to strike. Matsui, it looked like he was angling to grab, but he couldn't take the initiative. Punch from Lombard fails to land. So it looked like he was angling to grab, but he couldn't take the initiative as he fails to find him a jab. Nice straight right hand though, as a big jab is wide from Lombard, then lands the big right hand. Lombard hits a left jab and lands a low kick to the legs. Alright, Lombard doing some leg kicks. Gets in close and they clinch. Looks like Lombard's got the best of the clinch and now looking for a judo throw. He's got an excellent outside leg trip. Sees Matsui be thrown to the ground and Lombard has no problem getting side control. There's a knee strike to the ribs, another knee strike to the ribs. And side control just throwing some punches designed to keep Matsui guessing. Another knee strike to the ribs. Some small strikes, taking a moment to catch his breath. As trying to transition the guard. Yeah, Matsui's just stuck here. At this point, blocks the attempt to pull guard. As the referee stands back up, there's a left hand and a big right hand. And he backs off. Does Matsui looking extremely dazed. That last shot may have knocked him loopy. And he moves in for the kill. There's a huge right hand and Matsui's out cold. Your winner by knockout, Hector Lombard, and Dario Matsui has written his ticket to rings with that one. As he'll be 7-10-2. Hector Lombard 2-0. As Hector Lombard thanks his sponsors and all of his fans who asked about the finish. Hector Lombard agrees that his punch power is a dangerous weapon in his arsenal and has puts that down a natural ability allied with good training, rather. Jesus Christ. It's the opener. BJ Penn taking on the Fireball Kid. Takanori Gomez, the Prodigy. BJ Penn 14-1, 16-8. Hilo, Hawaii, Tokyo, Japan, 5'9", 161, 5'8", 161, both 28 years old. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Wrestling, Boxing, The Pit, Takata Dojo, minus 280, plus 220 for Takanori Gomi. Referee for this bout, Yuji Shimada. Ringside judges, roar from the crowd as Takanori Gomi enters. He's from around here, opening bell. They come together and engage as Gomi misses a jab, but hits the left hand. Penn scores with a single punch out of a flurry, but Gomi dodges the right past the right hand. They both step in the strike. Penn slips past a left hook and attacks with a jab and a big right hand that just misses. Step in the strikes. Gomi showing some good head movement, bobbing and weaving his way past two punches. Penn showing some great guard by absorbing a two-punch flurry. Both fighters step in the strike. It's Gomi hits a punch, doesn't find the mark with a left hook though. Hits a two-punch combination, a quick left to straight right. Both fighters moving to engage. Penn using a left jab, doesn't connect with a low kick though as Gomi hits the right cross. As the two combatants meet in the center and start to strike, as Gomi misses the left cross, that leaves him wide open for the counter as Penn comes in with a nice right hook. A quick exchange of strikes does not lead to anything. They come together and strike. Penn missing a big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Gomi to attack with a right jab and a hook to the body does not connect. Both fighters come together and strike. Penn scores the jab, but doesn't find the mark with the right hook. Gomi hits a jab, but doesn't find the mark with a low kick. Both fighters come together and strike. Gomi hits a jab, but fails on the hook attempt to the body. Penn lands a left jab, also scores a left kick to the body. Both fighters meet in the center. Gomi's off target with a jab, connects with the left hand. Penn lands 4 quick punches, come together and strike. Gomi lands a quick punch, but has a left hook blocked. BJ Penn connects with the left hand. The two fighters engage. Gomi is off target with a right jab and a left cross. Penn hits a jab and also hits a glancing blow with a high kick. Both fighters step in and strike. Penn slips past the left hook attempt and attacks with a left jab and a great right hook. Is retreating. Gomi looking punch drunk. He may be in big trouble here. He's covering up the best he can. He's very unsteady on his feet. As Ben lands a right uppercut, but did not get all of it. As Gomi partially defends it. As he retreats further and ends up being trapped against the ropes. Penn trying to capitalize with a massive right hand, but misses. As Gomi quickly steps backwards and out of range. He circles his head. He clears his head and circles away, rather. His back to the center, halfway point. They come together and strike. Penn dodges the left hand counter, attacks the left jab, and a head kick that narrowly misses. The two fighters come together and engage. A successful feint leaves Gomi vulnerable, Jesus Christ. As Gomi misses the left hook and gets countered with a jab and a big right hand that just misses. Gomi's starting to slow down a bit, perhaps considering a little energy as they come together and strike. Penn counters left hand with a jab and right hook that's ducked. Penn is slowing down just a little as he's starting to get into the gas tank. They engage. As Gomi doesn't connect with a brace of jabs, but lands a right head kick to the lands a right kick to the rib cage, rather. Jesus Christ, the Penn is a two-punch combination, a quick left to straight right. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but nothing really comes of it, and the two fighters meet in the middle and engage. A feint is bought entirely by Gomi, leaving him wide open. As he misses the left cross, leaves himself open for a counter again, as there's a left jab and a great right hook. Gomi's being totally outstruck so far in the fight, as Gomi rewards that last punch with a big smile, a sure sign that has really hurt him. Two fighters engage with strikes, but neither can land anything, as Penn circling, smirking. Both fighters just smiling at each other now. Both fighters meet in the center. Penn dodges left hand, counterattacks the left cross. They meet in the center. Another miss left hook from Gomi leaves himself open for a counter as a left jab and a left hook to the body. They meet in the center, as neither fighter can really land anything worthwhile, though, as Penn struts around the ring like he owns the place. The two fighters engage. As Gomi misses the big left hand, allowing for Penn to counter with a left jab and a big right hand. They come together and strike. Scores with the brace of jabs as Penn also lands a left kick to the rib cage. Gomi throws 3 quick punches and lands 2 of them, but doesn't connect to the left hand of the body, and they move and engage. Gomi misses Gomi hits the right jab, it has a left hook blocked. Penn attacks with 4 quick punches and lands 2 of them, and then hits a right hand. Both fighters step in and strike. Gomi uses a right jab, but it has a left hook blocked. Penn hits a left jab. It also has a right hand taken on the gloves, and that's the end of round 1. What a great, exciting bout that was. Probably got to give them to BJ Penn. He's outstruck him. He, rocked him on that one shot. Doing a great job. Crazy. That's just been all standing, dude. No one's even thought to take it to the ground. Kind of a lot of respect there as both fighters meet in the center. Gomi's off target and with 2 jabs to hit the left hand. Penn lands a 1-2. They come together and strike. Gomi misses the left cross, leaves himself wide open for the counter. Penn comes in with a left jab and a big right hand that just misses. Penn is definitely slowing down. His gas tank is being challenged here. A little fatigue may be creeping in. Gomi is starting to move noticeably more slower now, as exchange of blows comes and goes without either fighter really landing anything significant. As both fighters, they come together, as Penn misses the right cross, leaves himself open for the counter. Gomi comes in with a jab and a left hand that nearly fails to connect. Both fighters come together and strike. Gomi lands a 1-2. Penn hits a jab, also scores the great right hook. Breathing very hard. Takano Gomi is looking ragged. The two fighters engage. Gomi misses the left hook and gets countered with a quick left jab and a right cross, as Penn is just looking very blown up now. Very, very tired. Both fighters moving to engage. Penn checks a leg kick, counters with a jab and a right hand that nearly fails to connect. They engage some more as Penn counters a left hand with a jab and a right hook. They meet again as dodges the left hand as BJ Penn and counterattacks with a jab and a right cross. Gomi acknowledging some instructions from the corner. His curt nod of the head and returns his full attention to the fight. As they meet again, as a jab, but doesn't connect with the leg kick, does Gomi. There's a left cross from Penn. They meet in the center and start to strike. Slipping past the left hook does BJ Penn, countering with a good right hand. Judging from that reaction from Gomi, that shot may have seriously damaged his jaw now. They come together and strike. Penn misses the right hook, or the right cross rather, leaves himself open for the counter. Gomi attacks with a quick jab and a left cross that just misses. They both are very, very tired at this point. They fall into a ragged clinch. 60 seconds left. Looking for a trip takedown. Can't get it as Gomi wrestles way down into a down position. Now Penn is looking very, very tired. He's trying to take Penn down. He does so. Probably should have been doing that the entire fight. Penn pulls guard. Gomi fires off some left hands, but Penn is not joined by the strikes. Gomi looks like he doesn't have a lot left to give either way. Leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings to end out the round. And I think your winner, BJ Penn. What a fight. Probably should have been the main event, but that's alright. It was rated average, though, so at least it wasn't crazy good as 15-1, and presumably going to be the number 1 contender for Jin's Pulver in the future is BJ Penn. It's Takano Gomi. Going back down on the fucking rankings there. BJ Penn gives a name check to everyone at the pit, all of his various sponsors and all of his friends, family, and supporters. Says that he's going to celebrate his win by heading to a local club for a victory party, and everyone's invited. He knows how to use these interviews to sell himself. This BJ Penn is Scott Heinz taking on Jacky Manson in our next fight. It's these guys don't have a chance. It's 13-6, 13-8, similar records. Indianapolis, Indiana. Oslo, Norway. As 27-year-old, 29 years old, 5'9", 161, 5'10", 161. Submission fighting, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, AMC Pankrington, Golden Glory for Jacky Manson, -110, +110, very close to the betting line. As a referee, Hideki Nagumo, our ringside judges, fight begins. As they touch gloves, Heinz aggressively moves in, risking taking a few strikes as if it gets a chance to get some grappling started. Jab lands from Hansen, as Heinz evades the big punch. Scott Heinz gets a hold of Hansen without taking too much damage. Looking for a leg sweep. Doesn't get it, though. Hansen blocks it, takes control of the grapple, too. Now he's looking to take him down. That doesn't work either. That gets blocked. And now Scott has control of the grapple. And we're going to get a takedown. No, we are not. Hansen defends that. We're just going for it again. Another block. Grappling doesn't go anywhere, so they break it apart. Peterman goes and trying to get in close, but Hansen took the initiative. As he can't connect with the step strikes, but catches Scott with a right hook. A 1-2 from Hansen fails to land. Scott gets a hold of Hansen, not having not even taking one shot while coming in. As with the complete control of the clinch, Scott tries to complete the takedown. Rather, Scott can't get past that takedown as Hansen wrestles his way into a down position. Clinch with Scott. Hansen looking to try to get the takedown. That's not happening. I don't think Oh well, spoke too soon. He's finally there's a takedown, and he's got side control of it too. Does Jacky Manson is stuck under side control. Scott takes a knee strike to the ribs as Scott is as Jacky Manson throws a few weak-looking punches. He decides next move Scott's got to get out of this in a hurry as he tries to sweep him, but he just rolls and gives up his back. That's a terrible mistake by Scott. Does well on blocking the attempt to on the body triangle. Trying to turn over and sweep Hansen, but that ain't going to happen. Look for the rear naked choke. Doesn't allow the arm to go underneath the chin. Trying to roll, but doesn't budge Hansen. Look for the rear naked choke. And again, doesn't, as he fights it off, doesn't apply it. Blocks an attempt to roll him off his back as he tries to get the body triangle. Doesn't quite manage it. We're just at a stalemate at this point. Both men are just fighting off everything they can. Hideki Naguma stands it back up with about 2 minutes left in the first round. Scott Heinz wants to grapple and appears willing to aggressively come in and do so, even if it means risking some strikes, as he hits a left jab and catches Scott with a right hook. There's a cut underneath Scott Heinz's eye there, as Heinz appeared to be going to try to get in close, but Hansen it appeared to be, as took the initiative first, rather. There's some 2 quick punches, but doesn't hit either of them. He can't connect with a jab, but he lands the right hand. He's able to grab Hansen, looking for the trip takedown. Can't quite get the takedown as Hansen wrestles away in down position. Now he's looking for the trip down. Yeah, I mean, he's got it. This is all Jacky Hansen's round now. There's a big knee strike to the ribs, another knee to the ribs. Pounds away on Scott Heinz, but can't quite land anything significant to end out the first round. Yeah, I mean, Scott has done nothing. All of his takedowns have been stuffed, hasn't landed a shot. This has just been all Jacky Hansen's. Crazy this is close on the betting lines. The cut man trying to work in between the rounds and trying to patch up Scott Heinz as last round. Heinz aggressively comes forward, willing to risk even getting hit so he can get the grappling started. There's a 1-2, but Scott Heinz is equal to it. Cool opportunity. Scott Heinz is able to move in fast clinch with Hansen, looking to wrestle him down. Unsuccessful, though, again. 0 for 6 on takedowns. Will it be 0 for 7? Yes, it will be. He is not going to... Oh, as now Jacky Manson looking for the takedown. He's got it, no problem. Pulls guard, does. Scott Heinz looking to pass guard. Fights off the attempt. They end up scrambling one position. Scramble results in Scott Heinz being on his back, pulling half guards are pretty much the same. Jacky Manson pounds with on Heinz, deals with the blows fairly easy. Blocks Heinz to transition to full guard. Looking to get past half guard now. And half guard, gaining side control. Another knee strike to the ribs. There's a few right hands. Takes a moment to plan ahead. Tries to sweep Hansen, but only succeeds in ending up in north-south position instead. There's a short knee strike to the side of the head. Blocks Heinz. He tries to scramble for position as Hansen elbows away at ribs, but the blows are not doing much damage. He tries to scramble out from underneath Hansen, but is held firmly in place. That is the end of the second round and the end of the fight. Your winner, Jacky Manson. Not even close. Not even close. As another average fight, 14-8 is Jacky Manson, 13-7 is Scott Heinz now. Jacky Manson gives a name check to everyone at Golden Glory, all of his various sponsors, and all of his friends, family, and supporters. Jacky Manson says it was tough fight and gives a show of respect to Scott Heinz. Our next fight, Razor, Benjy Radish taking on the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, 13-5, 11-4. Again, I like that I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, don't want to bear hordes myself, but I must say, I do like that I keep matching the records up very similar, feel like it works out well, especially the betting lines have been relatively close when that happens, so that helps too. Benjy Radish from Castle Rock, Washington, the Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine from Albuquerque, New Mexico, 31 years old is Keith Jardine, 27 years old is Benjy Radish, 5'10", 205, 6'2", 205. AMC Pinkerton from Keith Jardine, no team for Benjy Radish, plus 100, minus 110 for Benjy Radish. Referee Yuji Shimada is our referee there as our ringside judges. Opening bell, they touch gloves. Jardine forces exchange of strikes as there's a left-hand exchange from Radish. Hits a left jab and also scores a spinning back kick to the body. Both fighters step in and strike. Radish slips past the right hook, counters with a quick left hook. The exchange of strikes, but nothing lands. Exchange of strikes, nothing significant lands again. A third time, nothing significant lands. My God, they just keep on swinging for the fences and nothing's happening. As now Radish looks like he was angling for a grappling to get started, but he couldn't take the initiative. As he misses all on the strikes on the combo that ended with a low kick to the legs is Jardine. They exchange in the center. Radish misses the right cross, leaves himself open for the counter. Jardine attacks with kicks to the legs. Jardine comes forward and the two fighters exchange strikes. Radish misses the left hand in the exchange. Jab hits him from Jardine, then lands the big right hand. Jardine rolls his shoulders, relaxes them, then moves forward. Comes forward as Jardine as he tries to jab and misses. Jardine can't hit the set left jab, but he scores with the straight right hand. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. They exchange some strikes, misses the right hook, leaves himself open for the counter, as there's a jab and a right cross that also misses. My God, as they exchange in the center again, scores the jab as Jardine also lands a nice right hook. Radish with a left jab and also a nice right hook. Halfway point, they come forward on the attack. There's two counter left jabs. Radish buys the feet. He's left wide open. As Jardine connects with a nice jab and a body kick. Come together and strike. There's a missing with the jab, but lands the right hook. There's a left hand, there's the right hand. Oh, no, that was right the first time. Left hand from Radish. Then exchange it in the center. Radish misses the right cross, leaves himself open for the counter. Jardine attacks with a jab and a right cross. They exchange in the center. Misses the jab. Also lands the left hand in the body. There's a 1-2 from Radish. The two fighters engage for the strikes. Neither can land anything significant. They come together and engage. There's a left jab, but also misses the right hand. There's a jab, but also nails the right cross. Radish is starting to slow him down now as the fighters engage. There's a right hook that is missed by Radish. Leaves him open for a counter. There's a right hand that lands clean. Now Jardine's starting to breathe a little heavier now they engage. There's a jab, but he misses a spinning back kick. There's a left hand from Radish. They come together and engage. There's a left hook from Radish. Misses the jab, but there's a good kick to the leg. And there he's limping now as Radish as he's circling. Comes forward on the attack. There's a jab in the exchange. Lands the left jab, but misses the big right hand that follows up. Exchange of few strikes when nothing significant lands. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter gives or takes any real damage. Radish again limping some more. A minute left in the first round. There is a crunching leg kick from Jardine, as that is going to be tough for Benjy Radish to take out of those leg kicks. There's attacking with strikes. Throws a counter jab and misses. Left hand, but doesn't hit the body kick that follows up. Both fighters step in and strike. Misses the right hook, but gets countered with a good right hand, and that is the end of the first round. I have to give that one to Keith Jardine. First of all, it landed more shots, but I think those leg kicks definitely doing a lot of damage to the Benjy Radish. It's going to be an interesting second round to see how this one plays out. Both fighters meet in the center. There's a jab from Jardine, also a leg kick. And misses with the jab, but connects clean with the right hand as Radish. Exchange in the center. Misses the big right hand, allowing Jardine to counter with a kick driven to the thigh area. As Radish is starting to have to push himself now. His corner responded by urging him on a little louder. Stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. They come together and strike. Jardine slips past the right hook attempt and counters a jab and a nice right hook. And now he's limping heavily now. He's struggling to move around out there. Two fighters engage. There's a left roundhouse kick to the body from Jardine. There's a left jab, but can't hit the right cross. He's barely able to walk now thanks to all the damage that's been forced to take on those legs. Two commands meet in the center of the ring. They start to strike. Slips past the right hook attempt and counters the jab and a fucking another kick to the leg. Radish is breathing very hard. Steals himself to attack once more. He's running desperately short of time and needs to finish. As the two combatants meet in the center of the ring. Radish scores the jab and misses the right hook. There's a jab and a good right hand. As he's limping around, his legs now virtually useless thanks to all the damage they've been taking. As a halfway point in the second round, exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring. Neither fighter can land anything good. Yep, just still talking about how he's barely able to walk. They come together, trade leather, but neither fighter can really do any damage. Now fatigue setting in. His hands are starting to look fractured. Is Jardine. They step in and strike. As Jardine dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a left jab and a low kick that narrowly misses. Both fighters look spent, and at close range they fall into a clinch. As they're now using his wrestling skills, Jardine is trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so, not Radish is pinned. There's a knee strike to the ribs. There's another knee strike to the ribs, and he's pressed up against the ropes some more. There's a hard foot stomp. A knee strike to the thigh. Another knee strike to the thigh. Sharp stomp to the foot. As another knee strike to the ribs. Keith Jardine just fucking him up against the ropes. Without question, your winner, unanimous decision, Keith Jardine. What a hell of a performance. Great job there. I mean, that was a hell of a fight. It was a really good fight. Another just stand-up war. Nobody even tried to take down. That was a lot of fun to watch. Keith Jardine is going to be a problem. That is for sure. 12-4 is Jardine. 13-6 Benjy Radish now. Giving thanks. Gives a name check to everyone at AMC Practicing. keeps Jardine does, and then all of his various sponsors and all of his friends, family, and supporters. So our next fight, John Fitch taking on Pat Miletich as 11-3, 29, Dan and 2, 38 years old, 28 years old, 6 foot, 183, 5'10", 183, Benendorf, Iowa, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Wrestling, boxing, Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, Miletich Fighting System, -340, plus 270 for Pat Miletich, John Fitch. Mario Yamasaki is our referee, our ringside judges, opening bell. Miletich is looking to close the distance, obviously looking to strike. He can't connect with a setup left jab. It's a nice straight right hand, though. Fitch looking like he was going to shoot in, but Miletich simply took the initiative first. 3-punch combo fails to land fails to trouble Fitch, rather. As now he's looking to step in and unleash. Looked like he was going to shoot, but Miletich took the initiative first. There's a punch, but Fitch avoids it. Comes in looking to strike. As again, Fitch looking like he was angling for a takedown, but he can't take the initiative. Miletich doing a great job pushing the tempo as he lands a left jab, but he evades the big punch. Does Fitch, and now great speed and power. Fitch coming in off the takedown. He's got it. Miletich pulls guard, keeps him guessing a few quick strikes. He's just going to smother him now at this point. Some right hands, just can't. He's not going to be able to shake him off him at this point. As firing away with punches as Fitch, deflecting a couple punches from the bottom. Miletich through as he just smothering him some more. Mario Yamasaki stands him back up. Just fast as hell off the takedown. He can't complete it, though. Can't complete the single leg. He's left hopping on one leg as Miletich. Looking to push him against the ropes. He does so, and he's got a knee to the thigh there. He has a knee to the stomach. The knee to the ribs now. Halfway point in the first round, just smothering him against the ropes. Exchange some close quarter punches from that position for a half a minute. Trying to take him down. He does so. Miletich pulls guard. I'm just going to lay on top of him at this point. He leans back to avoid a couple of wide swings from Miletich from the bottom. Time slips away as Miletich is kept on the ground. Smothering him some more. I mean, he is not going to be able to get John Fitch off of him. And he loses out in his guard while defending the strikes, and Fitch is left standing in front of him now. On his back, Miletich just watching him come in on top position on the ground. As Miletich scoots backwards as soon as Fitch comes in, initiating a scramble. And the scramble results leaves Fitch still facing Miletich. Does a great job by Pat there. Several big shots in the process, too. There's some more big shots. That's a hell of a way to end out the round. That was a great way to win that one. Just bait and switching his way into having John Fitch coming in close. It's close now. With that end of that round, it's very, very close. I just think Fitch, with the takedowns, I think won him that round. But it's going to come down to this last round, though. I don't think it's going to be an easy one for John Fitch. He can lose this one. As our final round, right out of the gate, Fitch with the takedown attempt. He's got it. All right, he probably won the fight now. Smothering him is John Fitch. Some right hands. And some punches from the bottom, but Fitch just leans back to avoid him. Still smothering him. Some few weak, relatively punches. Tries to catch Fitch with a punch, but it's off target. Smothering Miletich some more, and now they stand him back up. Rinse and repeat, but at least Miletich stops at that time as partially defends it, ends up hopping on one foot. Drives him against the ropes. Now looking for the takedown. He's got it. It's ugly, but he's got it. He's got him with a turtled up Miletich as Fitch is on top facing him. Several big shots now from Fitch out of the turtle up position. Pounds away, but now can't really land anything. As he allows Miletich to stand, keeping the tight guard, though, and looking to push him up against the ropes. He doesn't, though, as he gains down position and grapple instead. Does Miletich now looking to muscle him against the ropes. He does so. Now he's got Fitch pinned, looking to go down low, grab both legs. He does so. Side control, but that's the end of the fight. Just took a little too long for Pat Miletich to get going against John Fitch. I think Fitch won that one. But pretty good fight, though. Pretty good fight. As 12-3 now is John Fitch. 29-11-2 will be Pat Miletich. But a hell of an effort. John Fitch thanks everyone connected to the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy for helping him prepare for the fight. And then his sponsors for supporting him financially and showing respect. John Fitch praising Miletich for his skill and toughness. So our co-main event, Cristiano Macciello taking on Pat Bam Bam Healy in the private lightweight division. It's 15-3, 15-2. Very similar records. Both men looking for their first win in Pride FC, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, St. Louis, Missouri. 6 foot, 161, 5'7", 161. 29 years old, 23 years old. As Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Wrestling Presta No team for Pat Healy. -200 plus 150. as our referee is Yuji Shimada. Ringside judges fight begins. They start with a touch of gloves, as Macciello connects with two left hands and then hits Healy with a straight right hand. Healy comes in on Macciello looking to unleash some strikes. There's a 1-2, but Macciello avoids both of them. Fails to find home his jab, but then hits a high right head kick. Does, Macciello, as stalking forward, Macciello backs up Healy towards the corner, steps into the pocket, avoiding the jab on the way. Healy falls for a feint, left arm only attacked, and as he connects with the jab, but he doesn't hit the leg kick that follows up. Macciello shoots in with speed, looking for the takedown. It's a great sprawl by Healy, pushing him down on his hands and knees. As, they turtled up, and there's a soccer kick to the ribs from Pat Healy, scrambling backwards to his feet, clearly stung by that kick. Yeah, that would probably fucking hurt, as Macciello steps in and works his way into a down position to clinch. Wanting to take to the ground, does Macciello, wanting to take it down to the ground. Macciello attempts to drag Healy down to the ground. He does so. Now Healy's down on the ground, looking for an armbar. Healy blocks it. In guard, content just throw a couple punches to the body. Healy throws a few weak-looking punches and decides his next move. Healy deflects a couple of punches that Macciello throws from the bottom. As Healy pounds away, but Macciello is in trouble with the strikes, trying to get an arm, can't secure it, fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Yuji Shimada stands him back up, can't hit the step left jab, then catches Healy with a right hook though. Healy gets close enough to clinch. Using his wrestling skills, Healy is trying to push Macciello up against the ropes. Isn't going anywhere though as Macciello. Healy is trying to muscle Macciello up against the ropes. He achieves it, pinning Macciello against the ropes. Macciello, using his wrestling skills to prevent Healy from using his dirty boxing, lands a few quick punches as he right to the side of the head. Using his wrestling skills to prevent Healy from attacking with dirty boxing, throws a few short punches to the ribs. Healy hits Macciello, who is pressed up against the ropes, hits a nice short uppercut. Macciello waits for Healy to try and throw some strikes, quickly turns him, creating enough space to escape from the ropes. He lands a left hand and hits a nice straight right hand. Using a left jab, Healy dodges the roundhouse body kick that is coming in next. Both fighters move and engage. Counters the right hand, but with a pair of jabs that are followed by the right hook. Minute left in the first round. Healy appeared to be going for the takedown, but Macciello took the initiative first. There's a jab, and Healy evades the big punch. Macciello closing the distance, obviously looking to strike. He can't connect with the setup left jab, but he hits the straight right. As Healy looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Macciello took the initiative first. A jab lands from Macciello, and he steps back and avoids the body kick, does Healy. I want to say Cristiano Macciello won that one. That one, it's very, very close, though. Very, very close. You see there, it is 21-20 on strikes, with Healy having that one strike advantage, and he stuffed the takedown. It's tough, though. That's a hell of a fight. I wish this would have had a third round, but that's the way she goes. So let's see what happens in this final round. Macciello connects with a nice jab and scores with the right cross. He looked like he was angling to grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. As he hits two left jabs and lands with a hard low kick to the legs, gets in close, clinches with Healy. Tries to suck Healy into the ground, wrapping his legs around the waist and pulling guard. Attempt doesn't work though, as Healy blocked it and takes control of the clinch. As a result, using his wrestling skills, Healy is trying to push Macciello up against the ropes. Healy does so, and Macciello is stuck with his back to the ropes. Healy using some dirty boxing to punish Macciello while he is pressed up against the ropes. Healy tries some dirty boxing, but Macciello seizes that chance to create some space and break free. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Healy timed it well and moved in to start a clinch. Healy is trying to muscle Macciello against the ropes. Macciello out-wrestles him though, as wanting to drag him down to the ground. Macciello attempts to drag Healy down to the ground. As he achieves it, Healy's now on the ground, looking to grab an armbar from the bottom. Healy defends it. Healy fights off the handful of punches, easily being blocked with gloves, so he doesn't let Macciello upglow. He's smothering him. Some few relatively weak-looking right hands. Some right hands now, and Macciello again comfortably deals with them, and that's the end of the second round. Yeah, another one where Macciello outstruck him, where rather Pat Healy outstruck him. Yeah, man, it is very, very close. I just felt like Cristiano Macciello just did a great job of pushing the tempo, and I felt like he won the fight. We'll see what the judges think. Yep, they agree. I felt like that was the right decision. I'm surprised it wasn't a split decision or anything like that. I'm sure Pat Healy, his camp is pissed, but it is what it is. Cristiano Macciello getting the win there. His first win at Pride FC, 16-3, 15-3 now, Pat Healy. So we got our post-fight interview with Cristiano Macciello. Thanks everyone connected to the press staff for helping him prepare for the fight and the sponsors for supporting him financially. He says he has a lot of respect for Pat Healy and praises his toughness. On to our main event. Big Ben Rothwell taking on the last Emperor Fedor Emelianenko. 9-4, 11-3, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Russia is Fedor, 26 years old, 6'5", 260, just a giant of a man. He's going to tower over Fedor in this pre-fight stare-down. Kickboxing jiu-jitsu for Ben Rothwell. Sambo style, of course, for Fedor Emelianenko. No team for Fedor. Roost Sport, Big Ben Rothwell, minus 350, plus 270 on the betting lines here for this fight. Should be a banger of a fight, though. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Hideki Nugumu is the referee, ringside judges. Yeah, he's giving up at least 30 pounds, is Fedor. And 5 inches, too. We are underway. They touch gloves. Fedor comes in looking to strike, uses a bracelet of Jazzle, backing away. Does Rothwell doing no damage at all. Lands a left hand and lands a big right hand. It's just funny seeing a giant like Ben Rothwell like cowering away from just a normal-sized Fedor Emelianenko. Jab lands from Fedor, but his big right hand follows up, misses. Rothwell gets a hold of Fedor without taking too much damage. Looking to back up against He does so now, looking to just show all of that total weight and exertion onto Fedor. As we remain there for the next minute, just a stalemate. Neither fighter risk leaving a crucial opening that the other can exploit. Smothering up against the ropes. Next minute or so, they engage in close quarter dirty boxing. The referee decides that the grappling against the ropes has gone on for too long, and he brings it back into the center. Fedor moves in on Rothwell, preparing to throw. There's a left hand, and Rothwell evades the big right punch. So he fails to find home his jab, but he hits a beauty of a straight right on Rothwell, moves in, looking to open up the attack. Lands a left hand, misses the vicious right hand, though. Moving in, Rothwell appeared to be willing to get hit, if that means getting close up to grapple. There's a left hand and a right hook from Fedor, and there's blood is visible underneath the eye of Ben Rothwell. Jab hits some from Fedor, then he scores the right cross, lands hard. Jab lands, catches Rothwell with a right hook to the body. Rothwell looking for the takedown, can't get past the great sprawl of Fedor. There's a left jab to right hand. Jab is wide from Fedor, scores the right cross, lands hard. Some great takedown speed there from Fedor, some great speed and power, and takes down the bigger, taller, probably stronger Ben Rothwell. Just a fucking problem is Fedor Emelianenko. But Rothwell doing a great job, looking for the guillotine off the takedown, and he's got it. Sinks in the guillotine, and Fedor has tapped out. Your winner with the upset by guillotine. Big Ben Rothwell, that's kind of crazy. This is his last fight. He just won by fucking guillotine off a takedown. Just kind of wild. Wow, 651. And what a main event. That was crazy. Fedor now. Losing for the 4th time. No, I mean, this is just all timeline. This is not done well for Fedor Emelianenko. He has just been losing a lot. 10-4. It's Big Ben Rothwell now. That's a huge win, too. As now Fedor 11-4. Giving thanks, Ben Rothwell praises team of Roof Sport, his favorite sponsors, and all the fans who came out to support him. Showing respect, Ben Rothwell praises Fedor for the skill and toughness. What a hell of a main event, though. That was awesome. Yeah, commercial rating, not great. Might have been better if BJ pinned Takamiru Gomi, which was, supposed to be the main event, but I fucked up. That's alright, though. As that is the show. Yeah, decreased a lot of pop. The TV show seems to not be a great idea, all things considered. But hey, I think it's still a good idea, and still thought it was a great way to change with the times going into the 2000s, and also giving post what UFC when they actually do the when they actually close. It's just a great way to change up how that happens, and just kind of changing what the new face of like Pride FC would be if they would have kept staying in business, because I'm assuming like a TV would have been a great idea for them. As it looks like everyone was clean on the American Bushido 13 card. As that will do it for this episode. We'll catch you guys for episode 69. And what an episode 69 is. It's St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That's fun. So we'll cook up a fun little thumbnail for that, hopefully. Have fun. Pride 34, St. Valentine's Day Massacre. As the main event, to remind everyone, Josh Thompson and Ramiro Sato. Not a title fight. Probably could have been a lot bigger of a card, but I think it's still going to be a fun card nonetheless. Like fucking Hung Mun Choi and Peter Arts. That's going to be awesome. Jason Von Flue, Matt Serra. Nick Serra and Sean Pearson. So the Serra brothers are going to be on the card. Jake Ellenberg's making his debut, taking on Kyle Noak. And then Daisuke Nakamura taking on Sean Shirk in the prelims, along with Takanori Sato and Dong Yoon Kim. So it should be fairly interesting, as we'll catch you guys then. Take care, everyone.